everyone, I'm the Vac
I'm Buster.
And this week in Toku, we're going to be discussing new Geats forms, a dynamic debut, and DonBros before DonHoes.
It's begun!
But before all that, Buster, how are you doing?
I am pretty cool. Actually, no, I'm not. I had a terrible day, but now I'm doing good.
Okay.
Like, we're good. We're gonna vibe through it. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through this rough week. We're gonna get through this rough patch.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much better about getting through it. I gotta watch a movie for homework, but I have to write about it, so that's not fun.
Is it a good movie?
It's Speed, so I'm pretty sure it's a good movie.
I've heard good things about Speed, but I've never seen it. So
yeah.
Type your Speed review down in the comments below.
Yeah, if the Speed starring Keanu Reeves, for you people who like Reddit or something, I don't know.
If there's enough good reviews, maybe I'll watch it too.
Yeah, you can find it places. How are you doing, Vac?
I'm pretty good. I'm at the bottom of the beginning of the climb to the summit. I've got a lot of work cut out for me in the coming weeks, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hitting the ground running, which is kind of what this is right now. Obviously, the official announcement is until Friday, but Boingo and I basically announced it without outright announcing it on No Prize the other night, so I have no problem talking about it here. I've tweeted a couple times, November is going to be my most busy month creatively of the year, and I am not joking. I have a ton of shit to do every day till, Thanksgiving Day. So
you still got Black Sun to watch in the beginning of November.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch Black Sun. Tales of the Jedi comes out this week. I think there's something else in November that I want. Oh yeah, the fucking Crown's final season is dropping that month.
And also Black Panther 2? No.
Yeah, Black Panther 2. We're hoping to go see that during the summit. But there's all that new media. And there's a lot of video work to get done. Obviously, we're wanting to make a bunch of stuff at the summit. I'm gearing up for some new videos on my channel before the end of the year. So there's a lot going on in addition to our normal weekly modular scrimblo bimblos. So hopefully everything goes fairly well. You chuckle, but you taught me that word, and now I can't stop saying.
No, it's good. That's all the words I taught you. That's the best word I've taught you.
Okay, it's. At least I'm not saying our usual modular amaguses.
Yeah.
But no. It's about to be a very crazy time for modular media. So hey, you should probably get involved. Like this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the Modular Media YouTube channel, and click that bell in order to enable notifications and get every piece of content we deliver to your sub box and your email account. We've got free weekly shows. It's this one. It's Modular Components, where we hang out and shoot the shit, sometimes with a guest. And No Prize Podcast, where myself and Boingo basically do this, but for Western comics. And we've got some new, very interesting non-podcast stuff coming up before the end of the year that'll be coming out of the summit. So get hyped for that. Get involved, engage with the algorithm. Let's fucking go, people. But first, the news. Our top story this week is not really news, but just something I realized existed, and I was like, oh, we should cover that on the show. A website called Cavity Colors has a bunch of official Godzilla merch up. A lot of very Target, Walmart-y looking kind of shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. But I wouldn't call any of it outright bad. This is all stuff that either I look at and I go, that's kind of cool, or yeah, I'd pick that up. Nothing that I'm like, that looks ugly, I would never touch that with a 10-foot pole. I especially like their Shin Godzilla suits. Or shirts. They did some really good ones. You got anything to say about these, Buster?
I like the King of the Monster shirt, mainly. A lot of this is homaging the old posters, but as new artwork and poses, and I like that instead of just let's just take some stock art and call it a day.
Mm-hmm. These are very much old news. They've been around for a little bit, but they are planning to add some new stuff very soon. That's how I found out about this. Is they were doing a tweet saying, "Hey, on Godzilla's Day, we're going to put out some new Godzilla merch. Check out our back catalog." And I was like, I've not heard of this. These are really cool. Let's talk about these on the show. And
people should buy these shirts if they are in the mood for some Godzilla.
Yeah, hopefully they're of good quality. I don't really have money for new clothes right now, and I've got enough clothes. So I'm not going to get these anytime soon, but maybe in the future. Let us know if they're like good quality in the comments down below. Um, but continuing on with Godzilla news, we actually have a fair bit of Godzilla news this week, and it's all merch related. SH Monsterarts has teased they are doing a new 1991 Godzilla figure to go along with their Mecha King Ghidorah. It's only a silhouette, but it's a very cool backlit silhouette with like a bunch of smoke. I think it's a really cool image, and hopefully it's a really cool figure. Monsterarts isn't my favorite line in the world from what I've seen of it, but I definitely do think it has its place, and hopefully this thing turns out well. Boingo, or Buster, do you have anything to add? I have too many friends with B names. I say this a lot.
I got nothing.
All right. Continuing on along that path, a couple of new Monsterverse Godzilla statues have gotten announced. The X Plus Gigantic Series Blue Clear version Godzilla and the Titans of Monsterverse series Godzilla have been announced, and they are both very cool looking, very accurate, fucking huge, and pretty expensive. I will probably never own either of these, but it's cool that they exist for people who want them. That tends to be my reaction whenever there's statues to talk about on these shows, but it's technically news, so we have to at least mention it.
It is a cool statue. It is one of the better Monsterverse designs, in my opinion. That's all I got.
Yep, and the people who are making that second one, the bigger one, have also put out 3D renders of all of their Monsterverse statues so far, because apparently they've been doing this for a little bit, and they all look pretty neat. I don't know if we've gotten announcements for these in hand yet, besides the Godzilla, but hopefully they're cool. Hopefully the people are able to get them. And now for the funniest thing this week, in my opinion, SH Monsterarts has announced their fourth release of their Shin Godzilla figure. This is the Night Combat Luminescence version, and maybe it's just me, but with the other ones, they at least looked a little different from each other. I cannot see a single difference between this and the initial release. Like, maybe there's a bit more red.
Yeah, okay, I'm kind of eyeing this because Shin Godzilla is like my favorite Godzilla so far, and like this is a beautiful figure. And apparently the original one is super hard to get, and it's like in high demand. So this is getting a re-release. That makes sense. And it's still Shin is like the Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider. The Shin verse is in full force. So why not?
Yeah, it's a great design. I heard good things about the original figure. Like, apparently the last couple pieces of the tail are a bit fragile, but for all I know, they fixed that in the like free versions there's been since then.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully this goes well. It's going to be released, or I'm guessing going up for more information is what this tweet says. So probably pre-order is going to be today. Actually, I just realized, or yesterday for the listeners. So we'll see about that. Hopefully we hear more about that by the time the next episode happens. Moving on to Ultraman news. There is currently a leak list of future Ultraman things coming, mainly for the Decker toy line, but there's one other thing at the end of this, but I'm going to kind of go item by item here. The Ultraman Decker toy line has leaked these following names: Alien Nazara Irishish, Spear Rebakas, Moriva, Paystar, Zamblar, Sphere Gamos, Chandler. So I guess Chandler from Friends is going to be an Ultraman, everybody. Mother Spherosaurus, Decker Dynus type, Ultraman Dynus, DX King Sphere, DX. I'm not even going to fucking touch that. This is fucking long ass Z word. Also, the Dynus Riser, the Dynus Saber, and the Terra Phaser Norm. Now, before we move on to the final thing, how are we feeling about all this? Like, obviously, this is a lot of monster names, but I think the Dynus stuff, I'm going to make a wild prediction. Agamas is going to get redeemed and become an Ultraman.
Because this is Dino with an S.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this going to be a new form that, like, the returning actor will take, or will this be like a brand new Ultraman? What is Dynas? I am very interested to learn. And apparently, like, Decker will also get a Dynas form, so.
Yeah, I wanna know what's a Dynas.
Yeah, I've not seen Dyna, so a lot of these names are probably reminiscent of Dyna, but they just don't ring a bell for me. But Dynas is like, oh, that's a, you know? And then the
Now,
last one is the big one.
yeah, there is a Sofubi releasing in June 2023 that is called Ultraman Kaia Normal Type. Kaia spelled Kaia. We know who the next Ultraman is, I guess.
Yeah, we kind of already figured it was gonna be Gaia. I'll get a bit. I'm not keen on the name. We knew it was
R.I.P. Ultraman Guzzler.
R.I.P. Gunner.
We never knew ye, my son.
Yeah,
Maybe
your son you made up in your head.
Yeah, my fucking OC energy drink themed Ultraman. Somebody make me fan art of that, please.
I might commission it for your birthday. What's your birthday?
January
8th. Okay, I got that. That's gonna be soon.
Yeah, it's not too far away, but it's far away enough that I'm not like.
Yeah, I mean it's basically just the equivalent of a trademark at this point. We know it's gonna be Gaia themed. I'm wondering if because Gaia was 2 Ultraman. Well, not technically. It was like there was like another Ultraman. I forgot the name of it, but like it was like 2 Ultraman were like the main characters, and maybe the secondary will
Cosmos?
be like.
Or is Cosmos his own thing?
Cosmos is his own thing. Let me check Ultraman Gaia. Who are the Ultraman in that show? Quickly. Freaking go on the Ultraman wiki and go to characters. That's what.
Is it just called the Ultraman wiki or is it the Ultra wiki?
Ultra fandom. Oh, freaking fandom website.
Yeah, don't say it then.
Yeah. You continue while I try to find it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously fairly new to Ultraman, so I don't know a whole lot about what to say about this, but like. It's not the best name in the world, but I hope he or who knows, it could be a she.
It's Agul.
Agul. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I probably couldn't pick them out of a lineup. He looks spiffy. Yeah, I hope Kaia at least looks cool, and I also hope the show is at least as good as Decker, because like
Decker been good.
I don't think Decker's gonna beat Zed out as my favorite, but Decker's been pretty freaking solid. And
I don't think it's gonna be our favorite, but it's definitely like a high tier.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, give me something that's better than Trigger.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to accomplish by Ultra standards. I hope.
Yeah. Do you have anything more to say about these toy listings, though?
What's a Dynas? Give me the deets, Supro.
Yeah, fucking. Give me some toy scans, damn it. But speaking of toys, we're going to move on to Kamen Rider news. And the first thing is something that dropped last night, actually, because I like to go in order of series. We have a teaser for a new SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Agito Trinity form. I'm guessing this is going to be under the Shinchokkou Seihou line, and we're supposed to get details on the 31st. I know very little about Agito, and from what I've seen of the suits, Trinity is definitely my least favorite form, but I know there's people who like have a real like fondness towards it, so I mean this will probably sell well. Hopefully people are excited and like it. Buster, you've actually seen Agito. How do you feel about this?
Trinity form was introduced out of nowhere in the show.
Oh.
They pulled the classic Inoue. I mean, all the forms in Agito were, except for G3X, were just kind of out of nowhere. Just because, I mean, it makes sense given like Agito's etymology, but like, still, I don't know. I mean, like, it's a cool form. I love the idea of like one side is a sword and the other side's a spear, and just like that's cool. But I really got no other strong feelings other than that.
Okay. Hopefully, it looks like a good figure when we get full look on it.
Although I will say, it would be very funny and cool if this isn't a Shinchokkou Seihou Agito, but if it's female manga Agito.
That would be fucking hilarious. Oh, man. But let's go ahead and move on to Kamen Rider Double news, where a couple new CSM items have been announced. First and foremost, the CSM Max Jacket, which, if you're not aware, is Kamen Rider Eternal Sports Bra.
Yeah, it's this thing. I love this thing. It's so cool.
I mean, I think it would look neat when incorporated with the right outfit, but on its own, it looks like the most mall ninja thing I've seen out of Ryder in a while.
Yeah, I mean, like, what this, like, they should have put this, like, promo guy in, like, some more spiffier clothes than just, like, the regular, like, that's just what he showed up to work today with.
Instead of, imagine this guy, like, getting photographed in a gas station like this, like he's a fucking open carry guy or something.
Yeah. But yeah, this would be cool for Eternal cosplays, and just, it's neat to have this item.
Do the Gaia memories do anything special when they're in there, or is it just like a way of storing them?
Well, okay, for Eternal, that's kind of how he goes into his ultimate frick you form, where like his cape is off and he's just like god powers, and then like Double S to defeat him with extreme gold.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of like, I'll use the power of all the memories at once.
He pulls an Armada Unicron, basically.
Yeah, whatever reference you want.
My millennial references are no match for your Zoomer naivete.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was Futo news. Fuck it, we'll talk about it anyway. CSM Dopant Memory Futo PI edition. It's a Dopant memory with all the sounds from Futo Pi in it.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't like they use multiple Dopant memories, but I think this is like a specific one they introduced in the the final episode, Reactor.
Yeah, but this is the way they've done it with most of the as I understand it, because I'm not super well versed in Doubles toy history, but from what I know, whenever they do a Dopant memory, except for one CSM set, like I want to say back in 2012, 2013. It's always like you get one Dopant memory that has the sounds for every Dopant memory in it.
Yeah.
There is one set, though, that was ridiculously expensive and was just every Dopant memory as an individual memory. I mean, if you're watching Futopia and you like your memories, you're going to get this.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it. I don't like care for like the enemy memories, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, it's a very niche thing. You have to be very completionist to want the bad guy gimmick.
Yeah, even then, I don't think the bad guys in Futopi are that interesting.
All right, well, let's move into Geats news, where first off, we have a fun kind of like behind-the-scenes thing, which is that this week was Hideyoshi Ken's birthday, and if you didn't know, that is the actor who portrays Kamen Rider Geats, and he posted some photos from the set of him and the actors having a nice little cake, and I'm guessing his face got shoved in the cake at some point because he's got icing on his nose.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Amazon Season 2.
Yeah, this is nice. This is wholesome. I'm glad they did a nice little thing from him.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cute.
We've talked about a lot over the course of this show of how Toei can be kind of shitty to their actors. So it's nice to see that they did do this nice thing.
Yeah, even just the actors just banding together and stuff. You know, that's good. And but the big thing about this image is that like Bufa's actor is all bloodied up, and I'm like,
sir, are you okay?
Sir, what happens next arc?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But we have tons of suit news because the cover for the November TV magazine or Televikun, depending on your translation, has been revealed, and we've gotten to see a ton of new suits that are coming in Kamen Rider Geats. Mainly that Geats is getting his first proper upgrade form, which looks like Magnum with a gold scarf.
We actually have there's better suits of it floating around, but it's just a gold scarf that like here's the idea of the form. So it's a gold scarf, and
like the star power up.
It's kind of a smaller scale power up because you put like one rise buckle and then you put the fever thing, and you basically get double boost and double magnum. So you get like both pants magnum and armor magnum.
Okay. What's the name of it? Do we know that yet?
The fever. It's like fever. Fever. Like rise buckle or something.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like the superstar Mario. This is the superstar equivalent in Mario Brothers.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because that's what everyone was saying Boost was when the show started.
Yeah.
But Geats isn't the only person getting a new suit. Nago is finally getting a dedicated rise buckle. There's going to be Kamen Rider Nago Beat form, which I think is very appropriate and looks very cool.
Yeah, it's like Yeah, we even have like there's another on the second article. We even see like that with get Punk Jack using the Monster Rise buckle, which seems like it doesn't really no one has a dedicated form. It's just like a fun form, to just like freaking like toss around. But I really like Beats form. It freaking the joke I made. I haven't made this joke publicly, but it's like trans femme gamer type beat.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool, and I hope they make a toy of that big guitar axe she's got. That looks like
Yeah,
that would be
I
a really
hope they
fun
do
toy.
some Hibiki style editing with like her like guitar like strumming because that would be
Mhm.
fun.
But we're not just getting new forms, we're also getting a couple of new riders in the coming episodes because there are repaints of Ginpin and Mary. Ginpin into in owl and Mary into like more of a traditional looking sheep or possibly a ram. I don't
Maybe
know.
a
We don't have names for these riders yet,
uh
right?
we do. Let me check Toku Nation.
Okay. Because finally, I am excited. Finally, Owl Rider is a reality.
Yeah,
They
we thought Ginpin was.
Yeah, they teased me at the beginking of the show, and then they're like, "Nah, psych, here it is," and I'm
Yeah,
happy.
we thought like because we thought Ginpin's actually a penguin. I swear, where were the names? I swear there was names for these guys.
I don't
Wait,
know. If you know the names for these guys, let us know in the comments down
yeah, it
below.
was like something like Kawa, Kikrar, whatever.
hmm I don't know. I hope they're cool characters. I hope they're not just one-off bot people like Pump Jack. And like, honestly, the fact that they're showing a scan of Pump Jack using monster form makes me kind of think maybe in the next arc when the Desire Grand Prix restarts, because we're pretty sure at this point that that's going to happen. That Pump Jack will be an actual player character for a little bit.
Yeah, because like it seems like they have like the dedicated cores just laying around, and it's just like they just give them to whoever. But
hmm
just like if you return, you get first dibs on that core. So
Yeah, like I'll talk about this a little more when we get to this week's episode of Geats, but I have a kind of theory about the future of some of these suits that we'll get
yeah,
into it. I don't want to fucking talk about the show before talking about the show.
yeah.
But something
Oh, we
that did
definitely
air
are.
during
This
this
news.
week's something that did air during this week's episode though was a commercial for Maruchan Noodles, which is a cup ramen brand in Japan that heavily features Geats and Tycoon being in character. So this is technically a part of the show. It's a goofy side thing, but like,
It's hyper battle video equivalent.
yeah, it's out there, exists. It's a fun little bit of extra content, and somebody has already subbed it. I'll have a link to these subs on the the news
The
list.
description.
Excuse me. Yeah, the
The
video
description.
description, which it might happen again this week. Last week we had so many news links we couldn't fit the promotional links for ourselves, which was
Wait,
kind of
what?
funny.
I forgot.
Yeah, because YouTube people don't realize there is a character limit to YouTube descriptions. I think it's like 5,000 characters.
Oh yeah, there is. So
So we could only fit the news links and the episode description last week. I couldn't put in our like
yeah.
socials and
Oh,
whatnot.
I forgot to put in the news description. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I got it though. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thing. And if you want to see a little bit more of those new toys, there are promotional images for the Monster Buckle out. It's going to be coming with Pump Jack's ID core, which is really interesting because this is the first time we've gotten an ID core since Geats and Buffa. We still don't have Tycoons or
Yeah.
Nagos or
There
Marys or
was a
anyone's.
false rumor because there was a false rumor floating around that Tycoon's ID core would come with the ramen, but that's like proven false apparently. So
That would have been fucking hilarious if that happened.
yeah,
They really should have just packed it in with the Ninja Buckle, but whatever.
yeah.
Hopefully we get it soon-ish, because right now the only way to get it is Twitter went a little crazy a couple nights ago. Somebody started 3D printing them, and everybody was like, "How much? How much? How much? How much?" including me. But
We don't even have the driver yet.
well, I was like, if I'm gonna buy the driver, I want everybody's ID core. So let me check and see how much that would be if I have to go through this guy.
Yeah.
Uh, but that is it as far as Henshin toy news for Geats. We do have one little bit of figure news, which is just that this week we got official solicitations for Soto Kamen Rider Tycoon Ninja form. It looks like the other Geats Soto figures. If you've looked at these, or any like Soto figure, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Looks fairly solid. Looks fairly show accurate. I say pick it up if you're into the line and you like Tycoon or just the Ninja Buckle.
Yeah.
But hey, continuing on with Soto and getting us into Sentai, Soto Ninja Man went up for pre-order this week, and he looks pretty spiffy. I'm actually really impressed with how show accurate he looks, because Soto always looks a little off to me, but this looks like spot on, and I love that he comes with his little bottle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as someone who has the Ninja or Ninja Man on my desk, it's just like, whoa, articulation.
Mm-hmm. I will admit, like, one of the few original MMPR toys that I still low-key kind of want is the Megazord size Ninjor toy, because it just looks kind of fun.
Yeah, just like Ninjor's a great character anyway, so why not?
Ninjor is the best mentor of the Zordon era. I said
it. I mean, like, he really only did mentoring in one episode, but he's got the most charisma.
Yeah, he's just a fun guy. Like, Zordon's cool, but he didn't make the power coins. I mean, Ninja's got that on him.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Sentai. Let's talk about more Sentai news. Hey, it's my home team. Kaizuko Sentai Gokaiger Memorial Edition Gokai Saber and Gokai Gun set was officially announced this week. We knew they were doing a Gokai Saber, but it was a bit of a reveal. And I can literally remember I was in the gym on Thursday night, and I went in and people were tweeting like, "Oh, any minute now we're gonna get the official announcement. I wonder what keys the Saber's gonna come with." And I'm like, whatever. I won't be able to afford that, whatever. And then I got finished with my workout and I went into the locker room and I was like, I'm gonna check my phone before I take a shower. And just like there was a tsunami of tweets going, "It comes with the gun too. What?" So that was a kind of fun night on Twitter. And these look really good, really show accurate. The fucking blade on the Gokai Saber is huge. I agree with Speed Racer Flubber. People need to try and take these to Renaissance fairs if they're going to get them. The only thing I don't like about this release is the Ranger keys, because there's no to the Ranger keys. It's just metallic Gokaiger keys in the Memorial Edition style, which I know that was a thing in the original DX line. There was a set of metallic Gokaiger keys, so there's precedent for it, but it's boring and uninspired. They should have done something that like references an episode and gives us some keys we don't have. Like I saw people tweeting before this announcement that they thought it was going to come with the bundle of Blue Ranger keys that Joe uses in that early Focus episode to defeat a monster with all the Gokai Sabers from the whole team in one shot. That would have been really cool, but we're not getting that. And I think that is the one major downer with this set. Like, if you're a Ranger Key completionist, hi Josh, you're probably gonna want these. But to me, that's just like that's like a little Brussels sprout on your nice plate of mashed potatoes and gravy. What is that doing here? Get it out of here. But the rest of the set looks neat. Buster, do you have anything to add?
I kind of prefer them just kind of reusing old keys, because then like if you don't care about the roleplay toys but you want to get all the keys for the Morpher, then you don't have to get this.
Fair enough, I can see that argument.
Yeah, but like, I do agree. Like I wish it came with like some extra like little bonus, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just something to make it fun and unique.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that it's a freaking full-size space pirate sword.
Yeah.
But those are going to be releasing in May of next year, and they're going to be for, if I can pull up my converter real quick, $200. So if you're fucking crazy, Josh, go and buy those. I love you, Josh. Please come on the show. And then another little silly thing here that I just decided to include. Oni Sisters actress has a TikTok account, or no, this is the official DonBros TikTok account that posted this. Just like a cute little video of Oni Sister and Sour Brothers trying to do pull-ups on the set and failing in a very adorable way.
Very cute.
It's just a cute little thing you can go watch if you want to. If you miss it,
honestly, like I really like Sentai getting with the times. I think Kira Major was like the first time I saw them using TikTok with the whole like ending dance. So.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, like honestly, the Kira Major is one of like the best Sentai dance. Still won't beat Kyutama dancing, but so like that was a really cool thing.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm like not actually on TikTok, so I don't hear about.
I just
I
see
only
like
hear about
reposts on
TikTok
Twitter.
stuff when it's posted to Twitter or Instagram. So, let's move into Power Rangers news. Sort of, kinda. I'm only including this because it was a hot topic for a day. At a restaurant in California this week, there was an incident where a woman was being chased and attacked, and she ran into a restaurant where servers just happened to be dressing as Power Rangers, and by that I mean they were wearing the Amazon.com morph suits, because that's a theme with this restaurant. And the servers actually sprung into action like Power Rangers and stopped the attacker and held him back long enough for police to come, which is very cool, very nice moment of human kindness. But man, did this story get sensationalized and go everywhere on the internet of people like, this is the kind of story your aunt posts on your Facebook page and goes, "I know you like Power Rangers. Look at this."
100%. I got nothing to say. But good that like. Wait, what? Oh, Discotech just did something.
What?
They just yeah, because Discotech. Like I forgot to tell you before the show. They're doing a Discotech day, and apparently they just got a huge Tokusatsu thing. Someone. Freaking, let me pull up their Twitter account.
What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Holy God, we got breaking news on the show.
Yeah, I need to freaking pull it up. Like, it's like huge. Discotech got Kamen Rider Black on Blu-ray. What the hell?
God. Oh, one of the
reading this now. This is actually insane.
5 discs, remastered video, brand new subtitles, so many extras on 4 discs, a multi-part reunion roundtable, gallery part. Holy fuck! Monkden, you magnificent bastard! Oh my god, what?
It's time for Black Sun! What the
I have to pre-order this! Fuck!
Same! Okay, it's coming later in 2023, so we got time, but what the hell?
This is amazing!
They just completely, just when we were asking about, like, new Kamen Rider on Blu-ray, they just like, you know what? Screw you. Screw you, Shout Factory. Discotech do what Shout Factory told, baby!
Oh, I'm about to post, friendship ended with Shout Factory, now Discotech Media is my best friend.
Yeah. And that was like, I think that was was that their big thing to start Discotech Day? Yeah, that was their big Discotech Day. So now
holy shit. Is there any hint of more news potentially dropping during the show?
We guessed Shiner. I need a freaking. What the hell? Okay, we gotta move on. I'm keeping an eye on the Twitter.
I need a minute to catch my breath, dude. I'm having a moment here.
4 discs.
Crap. Holy crap. I'm just typing something real quick. Hang on.
Yeah, no, we don't. I think we all gotta.
I really want to know how people feel about this part in the comments. I have to put this in the doc real quick.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like, whoa. This is the greatest. Like, just in time for Black Sun. I mean, like, of course it'll come out later, but like, man, like. Thank God, like, and the Gava on Blu-ray was great. This is gonna be great, probably. There's gonna be new subtitles. There's gonna be, like, a bunch of extras. That's great.
Man, this came at, like, the perfect time for me, too, having just finished Black a little bit ago. I'm fucking hyped. You fuckers better release Black RX, too.
Yeah, oh, man. I'm probably one at a time. Give it a one at a time. Because, like, I know RX isn't as well beloved, but, like, we still gotta, like, finish the saga. Like,
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. Like, I thought people were memeing when, like, I saw that in my Discord, and I'm like, wait, you sure? And I'm like, no, man, what a way to, like, start this week, man. That's the adrenaline I needed to get through this week, man.
This will sustain me for the next month.
Anyway, let's calm down with some MMPR shit.
Yeah, let's talk about boring MMPR shit now. So there's a fucking art gallery in the UK, and they're apparently doing an official collaboration with Hasbro to release some limited edition prints. The first one has already gone out. It was limited to 75 hand-numbered prints. And I mean, it looks good. It's not particularly inspired, but like, I don't know. Maybe the artist is a notable guy. I've never fucking heard of him. If you want this, it's probably out of stock. Go pay exorbitant eBay prices for it. I don't give a fuck. You know what would have made this really cool though? I thought when I first saw it, because the image is the 5 original MMPR Rangers doing their poses with like colored streaks coming up from them that shows like more poses of them and their Zords. I just looked at that and I went, that would be 10 times cooler if instead of their other poses, it was other Rangers of that color that came after them. Just saying, like I'm sure this is another thing where the license is specifically for MMPR. Could have been 10% cool if you did the rest of the guys a little bit. Speaking of which, Flame Toys has announced their next MMPR related release. They are doing a Furai model MMPR Dino Megazord. This is not like the what was it, the Furai Max, which was the super stylized one that comes pre-built and was really cool looking. This is just straight up a classic looking Dino Megazord that is a model kit that you build yourself. It looks fine. If you missed the super mini claw one, I guess you should get this. If you really want a model kit Dino Megazord, who gives a flying fuck? Black is coming to Blu-ray.
Yeah! I mean, it's not. I mean, I gotta like sober myself by telling me it's not coming out till next year, but like next year soon. And it's later in 2023, but still, it's happening, man.
How much was the Gavin Blu-ray again?
Like around $50.
And they charged you up front, right?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong.
I'm just gonna have to keep $50 handy until the fucking pre-order for this goes up because I am not missing this. Damn.
Yeah, that's good shit. Yeah.
Let's go, boys!
Oh my god, like
and now
and we've got like a great week of episodes to talk about as well.
Yeah, first we have to talk about numbers. So I did a whole spiel on this on No Prize this week, so I'll be brief. Hasbro had a bit of financial trouble this week, and I do mean a bit. Basically, their Q3 financial report came out, which if you don't know, big companies like Hasbro have to do a quarterly big financial public report for everybody because they have stock that is publicly traded, and that's important to make sure there's not tampering with that kind of stuff. And this is kind of how you judge how that company is doing. And the news here is Hasbro is not doing as great as they could be. They had a 15% decline in revenue. And the CEO, Chris Cook, basically gave an interview where he attributed that to the fact that they had to increase prices twice this year, which is pretty accurate. I think the writing was on the wall for this for a long time, like from pretty much the beginning of the pandemic. I thought something like this might happen. However, I don't think this is the end of the world like people thought it was. Like, as a result of this, Hasbro's stock did tip a little bit, but it's still pretty pricey stock. It's not like it went down to $2 a share. It went from I want to say that's $80 a share down to $65 in the course of a day, which is not a huge dip, but it was a 5-year low for them. So that's why people were kind of freaking out. I personally think they'll be fine because we're about to enter the holiday boys, and this is the first holiday season since the brunt of the pandemic. We still have the pandemic partially going on, but a lot of the world is acting like it's not. So I think Hasbro is going to have a huge windfall at the end of this year, personally. And I don't think this decline in revenue is going to affect any toy lines in the immediate future. It's just something to go like, oh, hey, that happened and that's notable. If it becomes a trend, it'll be scary. But right now, I'm just like, that's an oof, but it's not a oh shit. But that is all the news that is fit to print. Again, one last time, black on Blu-ray, everybody. But Buster, why don't you take us on to the new releases?
Oh yeah. I'm still retweeting all the
we're out here wilding, boy.
Yeah, it's party time, baby. Speaking of parties, actually, we're not DonBros yet. Ultraman Decker, episode 15, A Promise for Tomorrow. So this is kind of the big cool down, what's happening moment after the big what the hell of last episode.
This is very much a part 2.
Yeah, like we get the exploration of what the heck Jin from Amazon is doing here.
We find out what's going on in the future. We kind of get an idea of where the story of this show is going, which is the big thing that I like the most out of this episode. like obviously Dynamic's debut, because this is the debut of Dynamic Type, which we've been talking about for months now. And like that fight is cool, but I like the scenes leading into it where I don't want to call it before the show like explicitly says it, but I think Kana finally found his resolve and like his purpose for doing things. He has this whole moment where Decker, because that future Amazon man is literally named Decker Asumi. He's Kanada's descendant. Where he's like, well, you did well, but I'm here now. I'm going to stop this guy before it becomes a problem. And comrades in the future, they're doing okay. They're handling the problems fine. And Kanada is like, what the? There's still problems in the future, and you came back to deal with this when I'm here? Dude, go help your friends. Go be a good boy. Make a nice world for you and your friends to live in. I can handle this. I want to fight for a world where me and my friends can be at peace and everybody can be happy. And like that has been the big thing throughout this show so far, is Kanada like trying to do his best but not really having any direction. And occasionally characters will just go like, yo, Kanada, what the fuck is your motivation? And I think he finally found his motivation here, and that was really cool to see.
Yeah, and I kind of like how this is kind of like a little commentary on like, don't like stop worrying about past problems and freaking like focus on the problems of the now. Which is like what both Kanada and Jin from Amazons does. Or sorry, Decker Asumi.
That's a really cool explanation of why Decker is called Ultraman Decker. I like that.
Yeah. No, he's from the future. He called Decker. Oh.
Yeah.
But it's a freaking loop.
Yeah, it is literally a time loop, but I love it. I like this kind of time travel storytelling for as goofy as it can be.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. And then Dynamic Form had a really cool debut. Freaking one of the best Ultraman final forms in a bit. So
I love that immediately after transforming, he does like the fucking wrestler Hulk up, let's go pose.
Yeah, I mean Ultramans are basically wrestlers, like in terms of fighting styles. So yeah, that makes sense.
And like I really like how Dynamic works, where it's like a perfect fusion of all the power. Like it is literally what we were saying when we first saw the suit. It is a culmination of all of Decker's forms up till now, and it allows him to seamlessly blend between the powers without having to switch types, which was kind of set up at the beginning of this episode, where there's a fight where he's having to switch types a couple times to deal with various problems, and he's not able to solve them quick enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great episode.
And it's more action based, but still like it's still like a good finale to this little mini arc, and also just really interesting to see where will villain scientist go.
Mm-hmm. Also, will Hanichiro live? Because they just kind of wheel him off at the beginning of this episode and never bring him up.
I'm pretty sure he'll live. He'll live. Don't worry.
But remember, Agamas is the one who made him.
Oh, he's gonna need some serious help. Ooh.
Yeah, they might have to get like another scientist man.
Or lady. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, good Decker.
Yeah, good Decker. Good Decker day. All right, then we get to some Kamen Rider stuff. We got a double dose of Kamen Rider today. Kamen Rider Geats Episode 8, Encounter 7, Secret Weapon Ninja.
This episode was raw.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, probably the most insane secondary debut in a bit.
Like from beginning to end, I was riveted by this episode. And I haven't had that with Kamen Rider in quite a while.
This is
like, You go from an oh shit, things are going down setup to a major character revelation that makes you reconsider the entire show up till now to like a heartbreaking ending.
Yeah, it's the end is just, man.
But I do have a theory, because we've seen that the core IDs are kind of interchangeable. Anyone can get any suit, theoretically. We haven't exactly seen somebody pick up a wholly new suit yet, but the scans kind of hint that can happen.
Yeah.
I think somebody else is going to get Tycoon in the next Desire Grand Prix.
Oh.
And Geats is going to have a problem with that. And I also think Kawa is going to become a different rider later in the show, because there's probably going to be a new driver for the second half, kind of like the energy riders in Gaim.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, similar if there's gonna be, because there's gonna be a second driver, that's how Kamen Rider works, but, like, yeah, it's gonna be something like Energy Rider-esque thing, or like freaking upgrade from PS4 to PS5.
Yeah. And I think Kawa is going to be the main one out of that grouping of riders, and he might show he might show up and be like all vengeful, like, "Hey, fuckers, I'm back. Let's wreck shit."
Yeah.
But the way his character arc ends for now, because I'm not buying that he's gone from the show just yet. The way his character arc ends for now is really heart wrenching. Like the scene where his sister gets her memories back. I was like, what the fuck the whole way through.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the way this episode kind of ends, and the fact that they don't erase her memories again, do you think Sarah might become a writer soon?
No, actually, okay, I need to talk about, like, what let's first, before I talk about the ending, let's get into some, like, freaking, this was total Kagami, like, from Kabuto level, like, yeah, like, I don't care, I'm gonna be my own person, I don't care if you guys are all selfish, I'm gonna protect the world and my loved ones.
I don't care, I'm fucked up, I am going to fight.
Yeah, this is like one of those moments, like, yeah, that's a Kamen Rider, like, episodes of Kamen Rider, you know? And and I do like that little, like, line Geats Ace says at the end of the episode where he's like, "I'll do it for you, Tycoon." Just, like, a little casually, like, trying to, like, he's not trying to admit he's got, like, a bit of, like, bias for him or, like, he's impressed, but, like, he's still trying to play it cool, you know?
You were a real one, Kawa.
Yeah, like, that little line, and I'm like, that's gonna, I hope that leads to wonders. And also, what's the next episode called? Like, no, I'm asking you a rhetorical question. It's called Encounter F. What was the first episode called? Oh, you're breaking up a bit. You're still kind of breaking up. You're still, like, we turned him into a robot, guys. Yeah, I can barely, like, you're just kind of like, bop, 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 bop.
Not crap.
Okay, no, now it's better. It literally just got better as you said.
Oh, yeah, Discord just changed to say it's okay now. I had a ping for a couple seconds there, but my internet wasn't saying there were problems. That's weird.
Anyway, continue.
Right. Was the first episode called, like, Encounter E or something?
No, Encounter F. Daybreak F. This next episode is the Encounter arc.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because this ends with them beating the boss by its conditions, but they say something to the effect of, like, the game is not exactly over yet.
Yeah, it's like one final sweep, basically like the escape mission in Metroid, kind of where it's like one last challenge to do before, even if you beat the final boss. And then just good episode. Really like everyone, even like it was a Kawa focused episode. Everyone got little nice character moments to, like, you know, show off.
Nago kicking the can.
Yeah, or just, like, you know, trying to, freaking, like, hitting Buffa.
Yeah, all the fan edits that came out of that were freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. Just, man, it's good show. Geats, I really hope the ending is, like, the ending for this arc is good, and, like, it leads to some cooler stuff, you know? Because it's kind of like Christmas came early, honestly.
Yeah, I just realized with Kawa gone, who's gonna do the recap next week? Is it gonna be Ace?
It might be Kawa's last message.
Ooh.
Like,
was there like a moment where he went off to record a last message? Because
I don't think so. He is retired, so he is retired, but he probably forgot everything. It might be the assistant lady who was a bit.
Oh, dude, that would be knuckin' futz if, like, we have a scene next week where it's like he forgot everything, but his sister still remembers.
Oh, whoa!
Because remember, they didn't explicitly show her memory getting erased again.
Yeah. So this thing's going wild. All right. I think that's about it for Geats. Also, good action. Very good, use of ninja form.
I didn't care for the CGI running on the boss shot, but that was the only thing. Like, that was just kind of hanky CGI compared to how Rider has been lately.
Yeah, and I do love the final Rider kick with, like, boost and ninja. That looked cool.
Yeah.
Good wallpaper material. Should we move on to the special?
Yeah, it finally got subbed.
Kamen Rider Outsiders, Episode 0. As Genm's game ends, a new project begins.
This was fine. I didn't particularly love it, but, like, nothing about it annoyed me. It just kind of felt like, yeah, this is in Episode 0. This doesn't feel like I'm off to the races with this thing.
I mean, it is kind of important to the ongoing, like, Thouser and Genm story as, like, they finally defeat Smart Queen. She gets dusted.
But this also kind of hints that, like, we're not going to see Gem again for a while. Like, is he going to be in any more of the episodes? Because it's called As Gem's Games Ends, and this ends with him just walking off.
Yeah, this more functions as Genm's 3 than, and then, like, it leads to, like, okay, we're gonna do a bunch, like, monthly specials of that are just gonna, like, have their own little stories each month, and then we're gonna, like, intertwine them at the end, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
maybe this is just...
because, like, as he was walking off, I was like, but what's he gonna do? Smart Brain still owns his company. Is he just gonna go live by that car charger?
He might. Also, I found the Mari inclusion super funny.
It feels so random. It's like, well, we have the actress, so I guess fucking here.
Yeah, and the explanation for why Smart Queen looks like Mari, I guess...
She just says she stole my look, which could mean literally anything.
Yeah, like, what did Mari do in between Fives and now? I don't know. I don't... That's the stuff I really shouldn't care
about. Now we need the, like, gap-filling Mari miniseries.
Yeah. Freaking next time, like, Takumi and Sakazakura are, like, freaking, like, doing those, like, Kaiksade photo shoots. Get them on, like,
the next time they need a check.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's why they did those two Taisens.
You know, just... Yeah, I mean, also just, you know, it's cool. It's just cool to see, like, the old friends again.
Yeah. And, like, that being said, Fives' whole subplot during Heisei versus Showa is my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Outsiders. It's just like, I think what Outsiders is just a thing to it's Kamen Rider Spirit's Heisei Reiwa. Is what I'm getting at.
It's we can get these actors back for a thing, so let's do a fun little thing for them instead of sticking them in a movie where they're gonna get 2 lines.
Yeah, and it's like, this is, and like, with how disconnected yet, like, somewhat connected they are by tone, I guess they figured instead of just making separate specials, let's just put, like, a banner. There's, like, Outsiders is basically a new banner for Kamen Rider, it seems.
It seems like it's going to be mostly focusing on evil riders, though, because they say something about that, like the fucking hoodie guy who shows up at the end. He's like, Project Outsiders, we're going to gather all the Dark Riders.
I think he's a wrestler cameo, from New Japan. I could be wrong, though.
I didn't immediately recognize him, but I don't know everybody in New Japan like the back of my hand like I do with AEW. So if he is a New Japan boy, let us know in the comments. But that was kind of exciting. The only real bummer with this is I love how they practically have a full trailer for the next episode, and then they're like, it's coming out in January.
Yeah, although
I'm like, but it looks like it's done though.
Yeah, I'm I guess there's like I don't know. It might be just, I don't know what they're doing with the release schedule of this. But either way, I'm excited for the next episode because Ryuki content.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen Ryuki, but I've seen that one X8 special that Oja is in, and I fucking love that.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna get more X8 tier Oja, which is like, it's not my favorite Oja, but it's a good flavor of Oja.
And he's gonna be fighting D-End, who is a writer that I like, despite how stupid his story is.
Yeah, so... I mean, he got charisma, but that's it.
Yeah, he literally just put all his stats into charisma, and that's fine sometimes.
Yeah, like, he ain't got story, but you know what? I can handle the charisma.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing the charismatic dickhead and the magnificent murdering bastard. And
also Survive form. We're finally getting another Ryuki Survive form after all these years. Not even.
Oh God! What if that? I just realized. What if that comes out the weekend of my birthday?
God damn it! Happy birthday!
I'll have to double check the dates.
Well, then again, it still needs to get subtitled.
Yeah, it'll probably be like this, where it'll be another week before it gets subtitled after it comes out. But that's fine. It's not like back in the day when we had to wait a month and a half for a summer movie to get subbed.
Yeah, and we still kind of do.
Well, usually summer movies get subbed in the same weekdays.
Yeah,
but I think that is all for Outsiders. Do you have anything else to say?
Not really. It's fine. Good. Maybe Tim will have more to say.
All right, let's move on to the hot button topic of the week.
Oh yeah, right. Avatar Sentai Don Brothers, episode 34. Natsumi meets me. Also, before we get into the episode, hot button Don Brothers is a hot button topic every week. I
think, we should just talk about this for a second, because Don Brothers has kind of been an amazing anomaly. Like, we talk about how into Don Brothers we are every week, but we're not the only ones. Like, I don't know a single person who is watching Don Brothers and doesn't like it. It is like a smash hit, at least with the Western fandom. And that's kind of unprecedented for Sentai in recent years because for a while there, it almost got to be like a known joke in the Tokusatsu fandom of 90% of people get excited for the new Sentai, watch the first 5 episodes, and then drop off and act like it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, even though it really isn't.
Mm-hmm. Like, I kind of stopped hearing about that around Zenkaiger, and maybe I just stopped following those people. I don't know. But, like, people weren't loud about Zenkaiger. We liked it, and most people who were watching it seemed to like it. But people friggin' love Don Brothers, and with good reason.
Yeah, it's good show, like very crazy, very awesome, very just very good, very good. Well, let's just talk about this specific episode to show how cool it is.
This is literally Inoue has been listening to the show and he went, lol, no, it's DonHoes before DonBros as far as Kijino is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I already figured Kijino would be DonHoes at first. I mean, hopefully this will be the beginning of him learning to trust his bros.
Yeah.
But man, what a beginning.
Yeah, because, like, this episode is kind of in 2 halves. We're mainly talking about the back half, but, like, fucking what happens is Tsubasa goes, I know how I'll be able to tell if she's Natsumi. I have to taste her cooking because I taught her how to cook and I know what her cooking tastes like because Japan is still kind of misogynistic. Like, so he asks Kijino to come over for dinner and Kijino says yes. And the moment she sets the plate down, he's like, yep, that's the dish I taught her how to make. You're Natsumi. And then he fucking references a running joke they had as a couple, and she seems to instantly get her memories back.
Yeah.
Not only that, but forget the Miho personality, which has me.
It might be an Inoue-ism, but it also might be an origami like Noto lore.
Yeah, it raises all kinds of questions about how the bestials work. Like, is she just playing him? Is she trying to work an angle? Or did she legitimately snap back to reality? What is going on? And it doesn't help that the next day, fucking Kijino invites Tsubasa out to lunch after Tsubasa ran away with the man's wife. And he's just like, so when are you going to give my wife back, bitch? And he goes, your wife doesn't fucking exist. She's my girlfriend, lol.
Yeah.
And then Kijino does the dickest of dick moves and calls the cops.
Yeah, it's like, and he has like the greatest smile ever. It's the freaking Kusaka tier. It's amazing.
I can see what, like, initially when the episode aired in Japan and people were comparing him to Kusaka, I was like, that's a bit harsh. But no, he legit does a Kusaka smile at the end of this episode.
I mean, it's not like he's personality-wise, they're much different, but like the smile, yeah, I can totally see. And like, I know like people are making up things to get mad at because this is such good writing. We have to apparently make everything a fight these days. Of like, oh, people won't people like Kiji brother. How do I put this? People get mad at Kiji brother for doing this, and that makes him a quote unquote bad character. Even though like guys, like we all understand it's like this
flawed.
Is an arc.
The word you're looking for is flawed. He's a flawed character.
Yeah, and even then, people are just making up people to get mad at just so they can have a fight. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like this is a really interesting new wrinkle to his character, and it's set up perfectly well by the previous episode, and this episode opening with him going, holy fuck, I turned into a monster twice, what the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, it's clear they're building to something with him, like something, either a good ending in some way.
Mm-hmm. I think either we're at the end of this arc, because clearly this is a little mini arc before we head into the finale. I think either he is going to finally become a super good boy and we're going to get DonBros before DonHoes, or he's going to become a monster again and we're going to have a new Kiji brother for the finale.
Ooh, or just not Kiji brother at all if they don't want to deal with the CGI.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to go one of those two ways, and it'll be really interesting to see which.
I don't know where it's getting. It's unpredictable at this point, but it's also I feel like, man, this arc is like so, like, this has been so built up and so grand. We forgot that Taro and Sonoi
went on a little date.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole scene was great.
Yeah.
Man, there's 2 snapback to reality these moments, because we have the one for Natsumi and we have the one for Sonoi. He's got his old personality back, Because he fucking ate Odin.
Yeah, I guess it's just to prove that food is powerful.
Like they say several times in the scene, Odin is the greatest food in the world, and like
Yeah.
I've never had Odin, so I can't verify, but hopefully it is. Like it looks
Yeah.
tasty.
Also, the Decker Ranger monster was cute.
The Decker Ranger monster was great. And I
Yeah.
love that, like, this is the first time in a while. Well, no, we had Sun Vulcan last week, but, like, for a while there, I was just like, I don't know what fucking Sentai this monster's supposed to be, or whatever. But instantly, I was just like, nope, they're playing that same damn siren sound effect again.
Yeah.
That's Decker Ranger.
They did the same thing with Ghost Sager sound effects, and I'm like, I like when they pull out this old sound effects from the toy stock library. It makes my brain tingle.
Yeah. Though, personally, I don't dislike it, but I've never loved the Decker Ranger siren. It just sounds like something you put in a kid's toy.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying, but like, it still makes my brain tingle. Yeah. Yeah, but good episode, good drama. Freaking, what team are you guys on? Suoshi or Tsubasa? Let us know.
Yeah, fucking god tier cliffhanger.
Yeah.
What a great week for new releases. What a great week in general. And we're not even done talking about it. We got old stuff and toys. Do you want to go first, or should I do my stuff?
I'll go first because my voice isn't tired at the end of the show for once.
Wait.
So remember last week when I said I got tickets to see Shin Ultraman in theaters?
Yes.
I saw it.
Great. How was it?
First they showed 2 old classic episodes: the Dada episode and the one about things falling from the sky, which is the most, like, has the most, what the frick, like, the audience was like, what's going on? Because it literally starts with, like, oh, it's snowing, oh, it's winter, then all quirky hijinks, and then a man just falls off a building?
Oh my god.
And then it just, the monster...
No, I've seen that episode. I've seen 66. I remembered it.
Yeah! Like, yeah, I'm trying to jog your memory, and it's like the most, like, the theater was just going, what? And it's just like,
oh man, I'm kind of jealous. That would have been great to watch with a crowd.
Yeah, and then the theater was like laughing, like they were laughing at Dada, but like I was kind of pissed because I'm like, oh, come on, guys, Dada's cool.
Dada's cool, but also I can see why somebody not in Toku would look at him and laugh.
Yeah, fair. But that episode did prove that, like, Captain Tamura, I think it was Tamura, awesome dude.
Yeah, fucking same actor as what's his name?
Tachibana and, like, Showa era.
Yeah, that man is the GOAT. I want to do a video one day just on that actor's career, but I'm gonna have to watch a lot more shit first.
Yeah, I actually think Marcos did a video on him.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
And as for Shin Ultraman the second time, just as good, maybe even better. Honestly, I really appreciated this time around. What's his Kageyama's character, Kaminaga, or Ultraman's characterization in human form, of just how kind of alien they play up, but like in a fun, endearing way.
He never comes off as unreal.
Yeah, it's still like, and like the playground scene is just as amazing. Like that's probably my favorite scene in the movie, with like him talking to Mephiles. It's just, God, Shin Ultraman good. Like, I hope more people can see it in theaters, because it's just, man, hearing. Yeah, I hope you can see it in theaters, because hearing "Is Humanity to Die" on the big screen is just, mwah, chef's kiss. And like, I didn't cry at the ending like last time, but like I was close. So yeah, I don't know. Just the ending that ending shot always gets me. Oh, you're glitching out again. Okay, now you should be good. Put on your eye patch. Wait, I can't. Sorry, I can barely hear you right now. I don't know. Anyway, you're back. You should be back now.
Hello.
All right, you cleaned up now.
Yeah, my internet like completely dropped out for a minute there. I was about to reset my router.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. Okay. I'll cut that out in the recording.
Okay. Yeah, that was really weird and scary for a second there. I was like, what the hell's going on? But you can hear me okay now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about seeing Shin Ultraman in theaters?
The crowd loved it.
Great.
Yeah. Good. I also got like they gave out some like posters, so I might have to like ping it up. So
yeah, do that.
Yeah. So great experience. Glad I dealt with traffic to get there. So yeah. Talk to me about your little adventures.
Yeah. So I did a new figure this week. I finally got Lightning Collection SPD A Squad Red, and she's fine. Like it is the female buck with a new head and some overlays to make it an A Squad Ranger. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. No extra frills. The gun's cool. I like that it comes with an appropriate effects part, but I think all the A Squad Rangers have that. And I'll admit, even though I'm an SPD fanboy, I don't need the A Squad. I don't need the whole A Squad. I don't even really need Charlie. But I went ahead and got her just because I want to be Red Ranger complete with the Lightning Collection. So she was the only one I didn't have, and I was in my local vintage toy store, and they happened to have a loose one for $15. So I was like, that is probably the best deal I'm ever going to get on that figure. I need to get that now. So yeah, she's fine. If you don't have her yet for some reason, I guess I recommend her if you want her. But I did watch more Black RX this week. I watched episode 32 for 37. The first two of which were like a little filler arc where very clearly it's the cast and crew getting a vacation because it's like we're in this very specific part of Japan that's really nice and luxurious and looks like a nice summer getaway. And look, here's a scene of Kotaro fighting a monster on a cruise ship, and it's like, oh, I see what y'all did. Okay. But then there's a couple good episodes after that. Like there's a great one where fucking Crisis hacks into the police networks, and remember this is like 1980s spinning data tape computers, but Crisis hacks into the computer database of the police and makes Kotaro a wanted man for an episode, and it's fucking crazy. The kind of shit he does to evade the police and then defeat Crisis and get it reversed. Yeah, it's a solid little chunk of Black RX. I've only got 10 episodes left, so hopefully, probably, I will finish it just in time for Black Sun.
Yay! So you'll be Black complete. Mask Rider doesn't count, you quirky commenter.
I'm planning to watch 5 episodes tomorrow or tonight if you're a listener, and then the last 5 Thursday night. So
yeah,
hopefully that all goes to plan.
Yeah, freaking do it, yeah.
Because I think does Black Sun drop on Friday or Saturday?
Wait, what?
Does Black Sun drop on Friday or Saturday?
Friday. Let me check. What day is it? A Friday. Yeah, it's a Friday.
Okay. Well, I am getting off early from work that day, so maybe I can get a jump on it. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, but like we've been following this journey for like how many months ago was May? Like 5 months ago?
Bro, so we were there when Black Sun first got announced. Remember, that was like one of our first few episodes. Was the big salvo of 50th anniversary news. Yeah,
that unfortunately got cut off a bit because of the freaking like recorded software. But like either way, like man, it's just I think it's like May, April that you started Black, and I tried to join you, but I just didn't.
And you had other stuff going on. It's understandable.
Yeah, actually, like I did watch Amazons over the last week. I forgot to put that on the doc.
Well, we'll talk about Amazons for a little bit.
Yeah. I'll just give like quick reviews and then you can ask me questions. Season 1, one of the like best takes on a let's turn a kid show into a mature franchise ever seen. And I know Kamen Under's already pretty mature and edgy. It's still like for all ages, but like if you had to make it quote unquote even more mature, that's pretty good.
Have you done any behind the scenes research into Amazons yet?
I know Shirakura said, he kind of, I feel like he just did this to sell the show, but he said he wanted Amazons to make Kamen Rider have its fangs back or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was either him or the writer I saw an interview with back in the day where they were like, they had watched the most recent couple seasons as they aired, and they were just like, this doesn't feel like the Kamen Rider I grew up with. I want early Heisei back. And so they tried to make a show that felt a lot like early Heisei, and I can totally see.
That's weird because because this was like probably a production around Ghost like airing. Maybe they were watching a few episodes of Ghost but like even that they had to probably put it into production before Ghost or like midway through Ghost.
Remember, if you don't like get super into the weeds with Gaim, it looks like a goofy kid show.
Yeah, fair. But like they said if they watched episodes, but whatever. That was interesting. Season 2, I don't hate it, but I don't like love it. I like it. I do not find it as entertaining or as well polished as Season 1. Because Season 1, you just got a great rivalry and great morality with Jin and Haruka, and like all the other characters are just super interesting. Mamoru is a fit, like I love him, and just like so many like interesting like one-off plots. It's like it's one of the like it really does feel like that like because apparently people were saying this is like Kamen Rider's answer to the Marvel Netflix shows, which I'm like that's a bit of a weird stretch, but I can buy it.
Oh, you totally jogged my memory of those takes. Wow.
Yeah, and it's like sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
And I did actually
I like remembering weird internet history like that. But we're talking about Super Hulock on No Prize last night.
Oh God, yeah, I was rewatching the VOD actually, so
Yeah.
So there's that, and then and also I know people kind of hate Sigma. I kind of love him mainly for what he brings to the story and how he challenges the characters, and also just that little catchphrase is great. So
yeah, no, Sigma was a great arc.
Yeah, and I kind of like how it's technically the final boss, but it's not like the finale to the show.
No, it's very much. It's almost kind of like Drive, where like there is a final boss, but the real final conflict is two of our main characters coming together.
A rivalry that's been building up. Although I think Amazon's does it much better than Drive, even though I still really like how Drive did it.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about Drive. I'll do a Drive video one day, but like there's a lot of things I like about Drive, but man, that finale those last few episodes feel very muddled.
Yeah, especially like when they just like the Heart versus Shinosuke conflict could have been done better, but what you gonna do? Then season 2, I think I like the story, and I like the idea of Chihiro and EU, and even some of their moments. I just feel like with the nature of their characters kind of being literal child and actual corpse, they kind of like don't feel as memorable as they should be.
I feel like they really needed more time to become characters on their own. Like,
yeah.
They feel like they deserved their own show, but they were the second season of two other character shows, and those two other characters had to show up and do stuff at some point, and it kind of caused them. It's the sequel trilogy problem.
Yeah,
where, and I want to focus on these characters, but then the old characters show up, and it's like either it becomes their story or you have to kill them off.
Yeah, and look, they decided to not kill anyone off yet. Well, they only killed off the new guys, but that's a little spoilery. Yeah. But I do love Shihiro's friend Hiroki, who was played by Banjo's actor.
Yeah, I remember everybody being like, this guy's the MVP of season 2, and then he got cast in Build, and people lost it.
Yeah, like 100%, like he's an amazing actor, and I'm so glad he's found success outside of Kamen Rider. Because I've always been a lot of boy love dramas, apparently, so that's cool.
Good for him. He's getting paid.
Yeah. And then I guess like also like I heard season 2 apparently they wanted to have all new characters, no connection to season 1, but probably because season 1 was so well received, they had to like freaking like basically drop it. Now they did like I do think the way season 2 integrates season 1 elements is good, but the nature of having Chihiro as our new protagonist instead of like Haruka as our point of view kind of hurts it.
Can we agree everything they do with Mamoru in season 2 is fucking weird?
It's initially weird. I get it, but it's like handled odd. I kind of like the ending, like it's a tragic ending, but it's a very like I think Amazon's-esque ending that I kind of prefer they left him off in season 1, but if they had to continue a story, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Honestly, this is more just I feel like the only reason they did the 5-year time jump is to make Mamoru's actions justifiable.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, and also because it's only been 1 year in real time since the show passed, so why would you do a 5-year skip?
And my big problem with season 2 really is more so a technical thing where I just feel they went way too hard on the effects in season 2. There is that one scene where the fucking assistant man gets blowed up, and then they go to inspect the explosion, and he's still alive, but there's like tons of plug-in blood spurts coming out of him. I remember watching that, and I was like, this is like something that would be on Best of the Worst. What the fuck?
Kind of like that quality of season 2 where it's just like more blood, more everything. It's kind of like that kind of sequel of like we need to put more, and I kind of find that charming in a way where it's like it's kind of like a cheesy like OVA you would see like that like some 70s people talk about like there's sex gore like anime
anime. It's a Japanese colloquialism.
God damn it. And then Last Judgment, which I was actually surprised to learn was written by Yu Yu Takahashi. And then when I look at the plot, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, Kobayashi was supervising his writing, but like, this totally feels like a Yu Yu Takahashi corporate critique story.
Yeah, because, like, man, that movie is so weird. And we talked about it a little bit off mic the other night. My basic opinion of it is it feels like they got told they were doing a summer movie, and then halfway through they went, also, it's the finale of the story. So they went, okay, well, we've already written most of the movie, so we're just going to leave that be, and then the last 2 minutes are just going to be the finale of the story.
I'd say it's more like having their cake and eat it too, because it's like, okay, we're not gonna. It came out in spring in replace of the Tyson movie, so it's like, okay, we're gonna do this instead. We'll just treat it like a traditional Kamen Rider summer movie. Okay, we'll have like an in between story, and then I'm guessing just season 3 plan got scrapped, even because they did like at the end of season 2 they did have a season 3 cliffhanger, or just Kobayashi was busy and she was like, I only got like notes for season 3, freaking make a movie about it, and then Takahashi was like, we ordered Takahashi to use those notes or something. I don't know. I'm just be spitballing, but like it's a good one-off story, and I think the last 20 minutes are like if the movie was just like that last 20 minutes was like an episode, one of the best Kamen Rider finales. Like I'd say just like because Haruka and Jin probably have like top tier rivalries in Kamen Rider, and Kamen Rider's had a lot of good rivalries. So
yeah, I can agree. I really like the way they leave the story.
Yeah,
they'll never forget.
Haruka.
They announced that movie as an April Fool's joke with like a bunch of flowery text about it was going to be about Haruka and Jin discovering the glory of friendship.
God. And that's funny because Jin's barely in the movie until the last third.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a story reason, a good story reason, but still. Yeah. And so yeah, I also the music. Oh, I love how edgy the music is. It's great.
Yeah, the fucking goated openings or endings, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, the freaking like episode 6, season 2 ending, where just Jin in the rain. That is like so iconic, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and also the movie theme "Eat Kill All" is probably. I think it's actually, this might be a hot take. This might be my favorite Amazon song.
I haven't listened to it since I watched the movie. I ought to give it a listen.
I love how it kind of plays into the April Fool's theming, where at the beginning it's like this pretty song, and then it slowly goes into wow, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, never forget when briefly in the Rider fandom it was a meme to just edit random things to have whoa, take your Amazon.
And I remember being like when Build was airing, people were doing that. And I'm like, well, I should check out Amazon's, and I finally have. And this Amazon's.
The last time I saw that was, didn't somebody do that for a scene in Revice?
Yeah, I think someone did it for Revice. I forgot which one. I think it was like the Veil scene. It's probably the one that makes sense.
Oh my god, how come nobody did that with last week's Geats? That totally should have been a thing with him going, I'm not going to trust anybody anymore.
I guess because like the visuals weren't as dramatic or something. Like it wasn't like a reveal. Like because usually those things like people like editing those to reveals or transformations, not really like character moments, which is a bit unfortunate.
Fair enough.
Right. Before we wrap up, let me just freaking check if Discotech.
Yeah, is there any more Discotech news?
Yeah, because they're still going. They're still going. Oh, apparently they. Okay, no, I haven't checked yet. But like, actually, no, I don't think they've said anything yet. So we'll just. If they announce anything else, we'll talk about it next week.
Imagine we turn this off and they immediately announce Black Arcs.
God damn it. I think they would have done Black as like a combo pack.
Yeah. This is probably like a, hey, if this sells well, we're going to do Black RX too.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing Mononoke? Oh, I've always wanted to watch that.
Oh, I just noticed. I love that they just fucking romanized the logo on the box. It's not like the Kuga DVD where it's both.
Yeah. It's like they did 01-esque, but I also love the typography. That's good.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same font as the Japanese logo. Just
yeah, I know people are complaining about it, but I'm like, this is the better Kamen Rider Western box arts. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Maybe could do without the weird half translucent shot of Black fighting in the lower corner, but other than that, it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty in line with the Gavon set artwork, which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. Amazon's good show overall. It's not my favorite, but it's a high tier.
Yeah, this was such a crazy episode. What a great grand old time we've had on This Week in Tokusatsu. But I think that's it. So, Buster, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you out on the internet?
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do the videos on the internet. I recently released recently Writer Week wrapped up, but I also today released a video on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Both the cartoon and it covers both the not cartoon, it's puppets, the TV show and the shorts. So if you want to hear the differences between those or just watch like puppets, go ahead.
Nice. I haven't had time to check that out yet, but I definitely will.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else?
I'm on Twitter if you want to see me complain.
Cool. Hey everybody, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make video essays here on YouTube, and I do mean I make them, not I made them. I've got new stuff coming soon-ish. We're working on something over here in Vacuuminator Studio. But in the meantime, check out my backlog at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. Follow me on Twitter at thevacuuminator, and follow my Instagram at _vacuuminator for daily figure photography. But folks, that's going to do it for this Mega Mondo Crazy Insane week in Tokusatsu. We'll see you back here next week for whatever happens next week in Tokusatsu, or that week in Tokusatsu.